Okay, Coach, so normally thoughts turn to basketball this time of year in the Hoosier State, but not so this year. The NFL playoffs have come to Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Indianapolis Colts. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. We're set on first down. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he'll be out right at the 35. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Check 4, check 4. 6 guys, check 6 guys.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Let's go. Come on. You got tape. You got tape right there. Check 24.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Hey, watch it.
Brissett to throw on first. Rolling to his right. It's caught by Funchess. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Kill. 66, pull it, half. No. Hey. Shut up,
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Here we go. 60 or. I got you, boy.
And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd.
Here we go.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Push him back. Now.
They run with Connor. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
18.
To throw on 2nd down, Wakefield. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Wakefield. It's complete to Graham. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to it. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Slam, slam, slam. Check 31, check 31. 2.
On 2nd down, it's Connor, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Off the play fake, Wakefield. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
He's crossing. Check 9, check 9. Hey, check 25.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end right.
They'll try to throw now. Brissett. Now they go screen. It's complete. Only 3 there on the screen at second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Brissett sets to throw it. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, here's Brissett. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw, Brissett. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
55 is my guy, 55. Watch the slip.
Brissett again. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. Well, that's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the 1st quarter with no score.
Set, cut. This road. Deep. Strong right, strong right, strong right. 3 down, 3 down. Hey,
A 1st down throw for Brissett. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Brissett. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
From the red zone now, Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing, Brissett. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. They run with Hines. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sets up 3rd down and goal.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Brissett. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So you're a boxing guy. How do you score that on your boxing card? A very long drive, but 3 points.
And I really want to do my boxing analyst voice right here, but I'm going to keep it normal for us, right? I call it a draw. That type of a drive has to feel good, right? You take it all the way downfield, you control the ball, control the clock. But they only got 3 points out of it. So defensively, it could have been worse, right? So I give it a draw.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. The drive will start with Connor. Uses the stiff arm. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Wakefield. He's going to launch it for Washington. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands, meaning if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. On first down, it's Hines. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down now, it's Mack. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
You got 3 down, 3 down.
Third and short yardage, Brissett. He's going to let this go for the end zone. John Ross, 34 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Whip. Watch the whip. 95 to shell. No, check his
Throwing again. Wakefield. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
We go, set, 70, Indy. Watch left. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Hey, Haywood.
Throwing on first down. Wakefield nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Back to throw. Wakefield. He's going to rifle one deep left into a double team, and it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. He'll try and run forward with Connor. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the second time. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 1.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with second and a yard.
Back to pass. Slam, slam, slam.
Now it's Hines. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
You got nothing. Let's walk. Check 50.
This is Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a second and 1.
Brings up second and a yard.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
They'll run it again with Henry. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Derrick Henry, 30 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And
a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Looking to throw. Wakefield. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Connor. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
First down, Steelers.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Right back to Connor here on 1st. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Well, look at this, a tight end carry. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Ready, set. Check, he's right. Ready, watch tight end. 4 down. Check. Watch twist. Get.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Wakefield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 33. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Tighten down. There you go.
Now Brissett. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Check 52. Check it back.
They'll run on first down. Hines. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Brissett. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Well, clear running situation. Trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
Here's Marlon Mack. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Set. 15 on it. 15 on it. 50's a mic. 50's a mic. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Check any weapon.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Brissett funches hands and complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one a first down. Brissett now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
Check it out, Reed.
Now it's Henry. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
On 2nd down, it's Hines, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Brissett. That ball caught by Funchess. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Devin Funchess there to make. The grab. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Zerline now for the PAT. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Only 3 there on the screen at second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down, 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On the crossing route, complete. That's Grant. They'll get 7 out of it, but it brings up a 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. On 4th down, Wakefield. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On 1st and 10, Wakefield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kenny Moore. Interception return for a Colts TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
On the ready.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 40. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
They run again with Hines. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
That's where you belong.
And Charles, if you're the